There's a lot of scientific literature available today that links emotional stress to inflammation. So when we look at our patient, yes, we can look at the physiology and at the anatomy and how it has changed and the pathology and understand the chemical processes. But I think it would behoove us if we would look at the patient in a more comprehensive picture. Don't only zone in, but zoom out. We've got to zoom out and see a bigger perspective of what drives our patient, and let the patient talk and tap into the emotional side. What stressful life situations has the patient been through to arrive today at a diagnosis of fibromyalgia? It is my firm belief that it is the emotions, unresolved emotional trauma and shock, that cause the physiology to change. Energy medicine is nothing new. It has been around for thousands of years, and in different cultures. You have Ayurvedic medicine, you have traditional Chinese medicine, and you look at homeopathy that Hahnemann invented in Germany over 150 years ago. That's homeopathic remedies that are a form of energy again. But energy medicine is something that every physician and scientist in a clinical environment uses today on a daily basis. They may not call it energy medicine, but can you imagine a hospital today without an EKG, EEG, an ultrasound, or an MRI device? Well, that's all measuring the energy, the electrical output of the brain, of the heart, or with an MRI and taking a picture of an obstruction and using pulsating electromagnetic fields. Acupuncture, if you take that for example, is a form of energy medicine and has been around for thousands of years. And acupuncture uses a grid, the grid of the meridians, and the meridians are energy pathways. And when a trained traditional Chinese medicine doctor, for example, would look at their patient and there would be neck pain, they would know where to place an acupuncture needle in either a meridian point or in an acupuncture point to redistribute energy and to redistribute the flow of fluid. Now, when we take of a more modern approach, which is the Ondomet system, Ondomet takes the body off the grid. We do not need meridians and acupuncture points to stimulate the body to relieve tension, to relieve inflammation, and to relieve pain. And what Ondomet does is we are sending vector-driven focused fields, pulsating fields, into the patient's body while feeling the patient's radial pulse, so stimulating the system, and then we are receiving the feedback. We can get to the underlying reason of why the pain is there and stimulate the dysfunctional side responsible for the pain. It is an intelligent system that helps us to get a different perspective of the patient, to find dysfunctional tissue areas that maybe areas of infection, of inflammation, scar tissue, emotional trauma or shock that is unresolved and still residing on a cellular basis in form of a memory. It all boils down to an area in the body that is inflamed, that while we know the white blood cell count is up, we don't know where the inflammation is sitting, and the Ondomet reveals that information with the help of the patient. Ondomet can be the centerpiece of a medical practice, or it can be an adjunct. We're stimulating immune functions, we're stimulating lymphatic flow, we're helping the body to detoxify, is essential for nutrients and bioidentical hormones and pharmaceuticals, etc., to actually get to the cell and be assimilated in the way that we wish. So we can accelerate the healing process of a patient when adding Ondomet to existing treatment modalities.